drives us all bonkers. So, hi everybody. There's Dad. Where's my bar mitzvah? There's my bar mitzvah boys. Where's Mom? Mom's down the hall. Susan? Is she okay? You want to go get her? Go get her.
She went to get something. I don't want to.
And welcome everybody to our bar mitzvah during these crazy, crazy, crazy times. This is actually our second one. Our first one, well, there are no glitches. Everything went fine by the time we started. But we are sharing our service today with lots of folks who are online. And therefore, we want to make certain that they'll be able to not only see us, but some of them will be speaking as well. So we're having a little bit of issue making certain they can be heard when they come up on the screens. But you'll see that the prayer book is available to you on the screens. Some of you might have already downloaded it onto your phones, and that's great as well. But Jonah will be monitoring that. He's going to be playing around today, trying to zoom in a little bit on some of the Hebrew as we do some of this, in case some of you want to follow along. We do ask that you keep I hate this, but that you keep your masks on throughout the service. There are restrooms, which you saw down the hall. 2 people at a time can go in there. Again, this is stuff we've never really talked about. And we just ask again that we're a nice small group, and I think everybody's going to behave themselves. Is there anything that I'm forgetting about rule-wise?
I don't know, there's too many.
But we'll walk through this together, and we're going to have a really good time. What's that? One sister is not here. Oh, okay. She's coming. Good. Oh, you know what? It's serious stuff, guys. Serious stuff. Here she comes. It's all good. So
she's prancing down the aisle. Well, she is. Which sister is that? Hi, Lori.
Hi.
This is Robin. Hi, Robin. And where's Lisa?
And hello, everybody online joining us. We're glad that you are here with us today.
With so few people, our friend. Our burger buddy, Bruce Ryder, who gets together with Eli for burgers.
Oh.
My parents, Eli's first cousin, Amanda, her
Hi,
fiance,
guys.
Dad, Elijah, of course. Our longtime friend and photographer, Leah. Lisa and Laurie, Susan's sisters and Eli's aunts. Aaron, with me, Aunt Robin, and did I get everybody? Did I get grandparents? And that's it.
Welcome. And we have Jody in the back, our wonderful usher, and the wonderful Miss Beth, who is she's back there, and we have Dennis, and of course Cantor and I, and our wonderful guard. So we're a nice tight community. That's Jonah, my son, who's tech support. That's what I say to him. He's tech support today. So we're going to start with a little bit of singing,
yes,
and then we'll bring our bar mitzvah boy on up to the bima.
yes, and these opening words in the song, Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, means how good it is for all of us to be together. And during these times, more than ever, I hope you're all feeling that the way we are, how good it is for us to be here. So sing along, you know this one. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
So we want to invite up our wonderful bar mitzvah, along along with mom and dad. They'll join us over here. Our rule is if you're quarantined together, you can gather close to each other here at the synagogue. They are going to present him with his talit. Jonah's going to turn to page 49 in the Siddur. It looks like he's already done that. And the Hebrew's nice and big on the screen. And if you want to follow along with the transliteration is there. And we're nice and big and tight there so you can read along. And here is the talit, this beautiful prayer shawl that we get as we become a bar mitzvah. So, Mr. Bar Mitzvah Boy, you want to say that blessing?
Sure. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu u'chetatif b'tzitzit.
Amen. And just a nice point, Rabbi, that tallis is Dad's tallis, and Dad is wearing his dad's tallis. So they're going through the generations.
All of the different generations here in our sanctuary today. Beautiful. As you are standing up there, sir, we are going to turn to page 102 and 103. You'll see that appear up on the screens. This is Ashrei, the prayer that begins our afternoon service.
Ashrei yoshvei beitecha od yehalucha selah.
Ashrei ha'am shekachalo, Ashrei ha'am sh'Adonai Eloham.
Tehillah David, Arom Michaelcha Hamaelet, ve'avaracha shemacha le'olam va'ed.
Bechol yom avarechecha, al shimcha le'olam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai u'homeod, ve'legduato ein heker.
Dor v'dor yishavach ma'asecha, U'rotecha yagidu.
Hador kavod hodecha, ve'divrei neflotecha aseha.
Ve'ezuzotecha yomeru, U'duatecha asal prena.
Zechar rav tuvaka yabiu, ve'tzidkatecha yeranenu.
Kamin v'rachum Adonai, Erech ha'ayim u'gdol chesed.
Tov Adonai l'kol, v'rahamav al kol ma'asav.
Yoduch Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasidecha yibarucha.
Kevo malchutecha yomeru, uvrotecha yadaberu.
V'nodia l'nei Hadam v'rotav, v'vod hadar malchuto.
Malchutecha malchut kol alumim, umemshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador.
Somech Adonai l'chol anochim, v'zokef l'chol ha'trufim.
Einecho elochai yasaberu, ve'ata noten lachem et olam be'eto.
Poteach et yadecha, masbia l'chol chai ratzon.
Sadik Adonai b'chol derachav, ve'hasav b'chol ma'asav.
Karov Adonai l'chol korav, l'chol asher gohu be'emet.
Retzin Yerav Yasa, Ve'et Shabte Yishma Ve'oshiem.
Shomei Adonai l'chol, I don't have the words, Rabbi, can you help me out,
I'm
Shomei?
sorry, I'm up on the screen, so I thought you had those.
I don't have any of the words, I've been doing it by heart.
Okay, you have the forever.
No, this is the mock song. What's the first word in that
So,
song? L'chol ha'trufim.
Tehillah Adonai Dabar Pi, Ve'vera Kol Basar Shem Kodeshu Le'olam Va'ed.
Amin v'arev yah, ve'ata le'olam. Hallelujah.
I have the system up in front of me because we are bringing up a very special person who's going to be the first person to use this microphone over here, which is our speaker's microphone, and we have a new camera here that I am activating for Nanny, who's going to come up and share with us now some words at this special moment.
Yes,
That's yours.
yes,
I'm sorry, you can pull it all the way down.
there you go. That's fine.
So Eli,
Hold the mic up by the way.
so Eli, when your dad called us and he said, you know, one of you want to make some remarks at Eli's bar mitzvah? Of course, Grandpa, who's extremely shy, said, not me, she'll do it. But of course, you know, I'm shy too, but I bite the bullet and somehow, you know, I manage. Well, then your dad calls and he said, it can only be a minute. All right, so I had to throw out all the things that I thought I would do, like I was rhyming some funny things about you, how you play Laura's poker, you always win, your great card tricks, your addiction to gaming online, your love of Erewhon, terrific magic that your magic grandpa can't even do anymore. But I had to throw that all out. So I'll just get right to the important part. You today, by becoming a bar mitzvah, are our youngest grandchild and our last grandchild, I'm sure, to become a member of that unique fraternity and sorority. Our oldest grandchild was the first of our grandchildren to become a bat mitzvah. Now, Jewish boys for hundreds and hundreds of years have been bar mitzvah. Jewish girls, not so much, decades, many decades, they've been bat mitzvah. So we are glad that all of our grandchildren have been. What you do with it is yours. However, by doing so, you are carrying on a tradition that makes us who we are. We're nowhere and no one if we don't adhere to our traditions. This is us. You are not only in this wonderful new mishpacha, but you're in a special little chapter of it. You're in the COVID-19 crew. So that's special. You're going down in history.
That's right.
When they write the book, you're going to be right there. We want you to know that we're very proud of you. Mazel tov. We love you, and it's so nice to see your family here who we haven't seen so
Awesome.
I am truly honored.
Nanny makes a really good point. You know, it sounds maybe silly to us, but 100 years from now, when they talk about bar mitzvahs during the Great Plague of 2020, this is you. I think we talked a little bit about that one of the first times we gathered in this room. You are a pioneer, and thank you for being a pioneer in this. I wish we didn't have to do it that way, but hey, we're having fun as we do it. We get now to one of the most important parts of our bar mitzvah service. We'll turn together to page 104, or I should say the screen will turn to 104. This is the beginning of the Torah service. We'll be taking the Torah out of the ark. I will be holding it. Normally we carry it around the congregation, all of that. I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record. We don't do that in the COVID era. We'll be putting it on the table, and Eli will be reading from the scroll today. Elijah will be reading from the scroll today. And if you can, we are going to rise together. Page 104, Vayehi, the Torah service.
Vayehi ben Soharon, Ve'yomer Moshe,
Kuma Adonai, ve'afutzu oivecha, ve'anu Usu Besanecha Nipanecha Ki Zion Teisei Torah Ki Zion Teisei Torah Udevar Yerushalayim Baruch Shenatan Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Le'amo Yisrael Yikdushato.
Galu Adonai Tzir Unaroma Shemo Yadav
Lecha Adonai Hagidula V'Hagidura V'Hatiferet V'Hanetzach V'Hahod Ki vo b'shamayim u'ba'aretz Ki vo b'shamayim u'ba'aretz Lecha Adonai Hamamlacha Ve'amidasei lechol erosh Romenu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'nishmachanu Le'achosho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romenu Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romenu.
We can all be seated as we get ready to read a little bit of the Torah today. So if you are coming up, because I know some of you are coming up in person and some of you are coming up on Zoom. If you're coming up in person, what we do ask, just to keep this safe for Elijah, is if you use a little Purell just before you come up before the Torah. I think most of you are doing the Aliyah, the blessing. So if you're just doing the blessing, you can come over here and it'll be up on the screen. And you can say it if you don't have it with you. If you're coming up to the Torah, you can just clean off your hands a little bit here. We have some yads, which are the pointers. They've all been sanitized and cleaned. So once you take a yad, once you use it, if you could just place it, there's a bin underneath. That's the dirty yad bin. You don't want to be in that bin now. But once you use it, you put it in there, and then we'll try to keep this area as sanitary as possible. If you want to use some Purell, obviously, afterwards, feel free to do so. We're going to have to do a little bit of technical stuff here with us now. So we're going to bring up Uncle Alan and Aunt Deanna, who are on Zoom. So what we need to do here, they're going to take the Aliyah as they're here? No.
Oh, they're on
No,
Zoom.
they're on
right.
Zoom. So Cantor, can you want to mute that mic? Just turn the microphone to mute.
Okay.
They have the virus, that's why they're unable to come.
Oh, wow.
They're able to come.
Okay, it's muted.
Okay, so Jonah will bring them up on Zoom. It takes a minute. He has to move them from participant to attendee. They fly through cyberspace. And hopefully once, if you are hearing us, Alan and Deanna, once you switch over, you'll unmute yourself and you'll say the Aliyah. And Amanda will then join us up to read some Torah. Did you find them, Jonah? Oh, they didn't come in the room? Let's check. Might they be using an alias? What's that? Cantor, can you just close that?
Yes.
There's Greg, and there's Gwen, and Anna, and that's it. So, you know what? We're going to say it, all of us. We're going to say it in their honor and for their healing and their strength. And if they happen to pop in a little late, we'll get something else for them to do.
Do you want Amanda to come up?
Yeah, Mandy, you can come on up.
I just want to show her where.
So we're going to switch back to the prayer book. Do we have the Aliyah up there, Jonathan? Okay. Aliyah is on page 88 and 89 on the online prayer book. And as that comes up, we can all say
Yeah.
this
And it's the
Aliyah.
very top of that column there, okay? Yes. So wait for the blessing.
Yep.
We're gonna do it all together, or are they
Yep,
coming?
you finding it, Jay? 88 and 89 in the. That's not the Aliyah. Okay. I don't know what's going on yet. That's the Haftorah. Keep going back. There we go. 84. All right. All right, everybody who wants, you can say it along with us. Baruch et Adonai Hamorah, Baruch Adonai Hamorah le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai notei haTorah. Whenever
You
you're
start.
Okay. Vatatse esh milfnei Adonai vat chakol al hamitzbechta et ha'olah ve'et ha'alachim ve'yara kal ha'am ve'yaranu ve'yapeli al penechem vayikhu b'nei Achoron vada v'amivunu ish machatoto vayitnu be'en esh vayasnimu elcha ki torat vayakarinu lifnei Adonai esh zara asher lo ivu otam vatatse esh milfnei Adonai vatochal otam beyam tu lifnei Adonai v'yamer Moshe al ha'aron hu esher deber Adonai lemor bikrachava acharish ve'al penei kol ha'am ek ver vayadom acharon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notei haTorah.
Thank you very much. We are now going to have Anna fly from New York City through Zoom. Are we muted again? Did we ever unmute? We never unmute. Okay, so I think we did it because I hear it. So are you?
Want me to
Yeah, just unmute it.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Okay, that's not the mute is on the bottom left. We're going to mute ourselves so you won't hear us, but when we do that, we're going to unmute you and you got the opportunity to say the Aliyah, okay?
Okay.
All right, kid.
So am I muting or unmuting her?
Muting, she should be muted.
Go? Okay. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Perfect. So I'm gonna just mute the TV.
Okay. Amen. Vayikra Moshe El Mishael ve'el Tzafan b'nei Uziel dor Aharon Vayomer alehem kirvu se'u et achechem me'et pnei hakodesh el michutz lamachaneh Vayikrevu Vayisa'um Bechutanotam El Michutz Lamachaneh Kasher Diber Moshe Vayomer Moshe El Aharon Ulelazar Ulitamar Banav Rashechem El Tifro Uvigdechem Lo Tifromo Velo Tamutu Ve'al Kol Haida Yiksof Vachechem Kol Beit Yisrael Yivku Et HaSrefa Asher Saraf Adonai Umipetach Ohel Moed Lo Tetzu Pentamutu Kishemen Mishchat Adonai Alechem Ya'asu Kidvar Moshe.
All right, now can't you just mute that back up again? And then when we do that, we will unmute you, lady.
Hold on. Good.
All right. John, you want to unmute the TV?
Good? Good to go? Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Keep going. I don't think you guys are muted right here.
I thought I
I don't think that's
Sorry.
right.
Should I start over or continue from where I was? Start over or keep going? I'll start over. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Aliyah. Looks can't do the judges here. All right.
We good?
You're good.
Okay.
Baruch Hu Eliyahu et Adonai Hambarach.
Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torah. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Haron lemor. Yain v'shechar. Al tesh ata uvanecha ita. Bevoachem Elohel moed velo tamutu. Chukat olam l'dorotechem. Ulehadil ben hakodesh uvein hachom. Uvein hatamei uvein hatahor. Ulehorot et bnei Yisrael. Et kol hachukim asher diber Adonai. Aleichem be'ad Moshe.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah v'lech. V'haye olam betahenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Mom and Dad, you can come a little bit closer to the main table if you want as we bring up Elijah, who is going to take the additional reading for this day, which we call the maftir, the additional reading. And with this reading, with him saying the blessing now, he becomes Bar Mitzvah. But you have to, Elijah, give me permission to call you up. So you don't have to, and we can leave. Or you can, and I'll bless you here, but it's up to you. So you let me know if I have permission to call you up officially with your Hebrew name.
Can I get a minute to think about that one?
You can think, we have some background music,
No, yes. Of course. You have my
All right,
full-
of course, he says of course. So, with that being said, I'm going to call him up by this awesome Hebrew name, Eliyahu. Elijah is the prophet. We actually sing about him at the end of Havdalah, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Ya'amod, 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 Habachor Habar Mitzvah, Eliyahu ben Moshe David, Shehin del Maftir Chazal.
Baruch Adonai Habarach.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torah. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ki ani Adonai hama'alet etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim leot lachem Elohim veshitem kedoshim ki kadosh ani zot Torah chadehema v'ha'o v'chol nefesh chaya haromeset b'mayim u'chol nefesh hashoretzet al ha'aretz le'chavdi ben hatamei u'ben hatachor u'ben hachaya hana etchelet u'ben hachaya asher
Finish the blessing.
Sorry. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, והיה עולם בטל בתוכנו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Nice.
As the,
Oh, wait.
so we are going to slowly put the Torah away. Now, normally, you guys can sit absolutely. What we normally do is we do a big lifting of the Torah and the dressing of the Torah. But again, you've heard it. I'm a broken record. So we're going to just close our Torah scroll up here, and we will cover it. And as we do and put it back in the ark, we will, I might need your help here just because the scroll is so small, big for that table. If everybody could rise with us, if you could just cover the Torah.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד משה. יא לי לה 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 לה, יא לי לה לה יא לי לה יא לי לה לה, יא לי לה 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 לה.
Can be seated, and as we're seated, we take this opportunity to say Misha Berach. Misha Berach, of course, is our prayer of healing, our prayer of strength for anybody that we want to send strength to. Top of our list, I know in this room are Uncle Alan and Aunt Deanna, as they wrestle with the reason that we're all struggling in here, but thankfully, most of us are healthy in here, but it's hard when it hits home like that. But I want to give you the opportunity, if there are any folks that you'd like to add to our list before we say the Misha Berach together.
Misha Berach Mikor habracha le'imoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imoteinu, Mikor habracha le'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, want to bring our Bar Mitzvah back on up to his table as he shares a little bit of wisdom with us this afternoon.
Howdy. I'd like to start by formally thanking all of you for showing up here. I know it's long and boring, and you'd rather all skip out in it and go straight to the party, is what I would say. But there is no party. I mean, this doesn't feel right. I'm in a hockey penalty box. But you're here, and I'm thankful for that. My Torah portion is about how Aaron and Moses and a bunch of other people sacrificed animals to God, and they would review the laws of what can be eaten and what cannot. It would make a pretty good movie. Now, my favorite part was when Aaron's son, Nadav and Abihu, decided to take a risk and lay fire in a pan and offer it to God. God's not like this, so he burned them alive. I think this says a lot about risk-taking. Taking risks is something that we all do in life. It may be walking to the sweet section in the grocery store or jaywalking because you think there are no cars. Nowadays, it's a risk to even go to the market. So, Aaron's children took that risk, and how did it end up? With them dying. Now, show of hands. Do you guys take risks that may end up with you dying? That's what I thought. There's some people that don't think you should take risks. In my opinion, that is stupid. The kids took the risk believing they could please God. Even though the belief is that risks come with a punishment, most of the time, risks are taken for the greater good. Playing it safe may seem right, but are you really living if you're not taking risks? I've taken risks in my life. Sometimes I don't study for tests. Other times I broke my sister. As they say, those who play fire get burned. I even went all the way to camp in Canada, knowing no one for 1 month. I may have taken some risks in my life, but none for Roman Nadim and Abihu. They prove that following your heart without knowing the outcome is important for many reasons. Though it ended poorly, they showed determination, which I hope to show too throughout my life. Speaking of determination, I hope you all join me in giving a massive thank you to the character and the rabbi and all the other staff from Ramat Shalom for putting this amazing bar mitzvah together. Anyways, my favorite part of the Torah reading was when they were killed for taking risks. Thanks for listening, everyone. Want you soon to come. Wait, no, it's not. Thanks for coming.
Do the last line again, 1 second, go ahead. Do it one more time.
Say it one more time.
Do the last line one more time.
Anyways, my favorite part of the Torah reading is when they were killed for taking risks. Thanks for listening, everyone. Want you soon to come. Wait, no, it's not. Thanks for coming.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Siman tov, Yehelanu, 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 Ulekol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulekol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulekol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulekol Yisrael. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Siman tov, Yehelanu.
So normally, Elijah, I would stand right in front of you and talk to you, but here I am behind my own penalty box. I love that. And it's funny because I wrote something for you. This is going to go in your Torah, which is pre-sealed and in a bag that the wonderful Miss Beth put together. And you can read it at your leisure, but I've decided throughout this afternoon of something else I wanted to talk to you about. You talk about your Torah portion and you want to learn more about it. I put some more in here and some lessons. But the fact is, I want to talk about your name for a second. First of all, talk about that you are a remarkable soul who beats to your own very unique drummer. And you come from two very unique and special people. And you have your incredible sister who is watching in New York, who is unique in and of herself. Four very special people who we are blessed to have learned with and celebrated with and been through different challenges with, and here we are today at this moment. And we are living through, as we've heard a bunch of times, an incredibly challenging moment. And I know in typical bar or bat mitzvah mode, there have been moments where you have questioned, why am I doing this, right? Some of you know I questioned when I was his age and I didn't do it. I didn't do it till I was 26 years old. But here's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful that you pushed through and you did this. You have this name, which really is great because it's the same in English as it is in Hebrew, Elijah or Eliah. At the end of our service today, we make Havdalah. We make Havdalah at the end of Shabbat and at all of the major holidays. And at Passover, we talk about this. We pray for this person by the name of Elijah, who was one of the great prophets, to come into our midst, because when Elijah arrives, we know that the Jewish Messiah, Mashiach, is coming. When Elijah arrives, it means that good things are coming. And every year at Passover, every year at Havdalah, every week at Havdalah, people say, oh, darn it, Elijah didn't come. Guess what? When we make Havdalah tonight, in just a couple minutes, Elijah will be here. And it's not just because of your name. There is something about you that makes so many of us feel hopeful. There is something about you that just makes all the craziness that we're living right now feel just a little bit better. We're taught in our tradition that our names find us. And you have two great spiritual guides in your mother and your father, and they help you find the perfect name, Eliyahu. And I will think of this moment always, and from this day on, as I make Havdalah, and I sit at my Passover table, and people say, oh, Elijah's not coming, I'm gonna find you. Whether it be on college campus or off living your life somewhere, I'm gonna give you a ring and say, hey, you still there, right? Because you do, and I know it sounds a little crazy, but you do make this world brighter. You make this world better. And you truly have lived up to your name. And so I'm grateful today that we welcome into our sanctuary Elijah, Eliyahu, who heals the world and makes it better. Thank you for doing that. It's a big responsibility to live up to, but you know what? You're already doing it. So just keep doing what you're doing, push through with life, and you're going to make such a difference in this world, making it a better place. Awesome.
So,
Oh, this is my other stuff.
can you,
read
Rabbi,
that.
can you do your hafokah? Because
I should have done it. So this bed has the book, and we
doesn't
don't.
feel like
I'm not
that.
supposed to be handing you things, but I just did that, so I just broke my own rules. We say hafokah, the chuleba, turn it and turn the Torah, because everything is there.
So Elijah, you and I have had quite a journey together getting to this day. And as you're standing here now, you look so handsome and you look so grown up. And I was thinking back to, yeah, he cut his hair off.
Sorry, I'm talking to him when you're talking.
But I was thinking back when you're standing here with this great haircut. I was thinking back to when I first met you. I don't remember, so you're what, 13 now?
Yeah.
Right? And so I've been here almost 8 years. So you were like 8 maybe? And I remember you had long hair, and at Sunday mornings at Torah school, I used to just look at your hair. I thought you had the best hair. And then when I saw Anna's face right in front of me, and I haven't seen her in a long time, and I remembered her bat mitzvah day when we stood here, and I remember her saying that she was flying her freak flag, and she was so cool. And Anna, I'm so happy that you're in New York. I think it's the perfect place for you. But you and I along this journey, you pushed back. I mean, you didn't just say, yeah, I'll have a bar mitzvah, I'll become a bar mitzvah. You were not too keen on this whole idea. But not at all. And we worked you over, Mom, Dad, and I, and we used every tactic in the book to try and keep you on board. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm good with the fact that you pushed back. And I like that you're a critical thinker and you're a deep thinker and you have all kinds of great ideas going on in that head of yours. And I hope you always continue to be that same person who is not afraid to push back, is not afraid to challenge, is not afraid to ask questions. That's really very Jewish, by the way. But you had to postpone. You were supposed to be doing this in April. You had to meet with me all those extra weeks. And thank you, because not once were you ever disrespectful. Not once were you ever not polite and willing to be with me and to keep moving forward. And that meant a lot to me. And I'll always remember our time together, and I'm super duper proud of you. And I hope someday you'll understand why we pushed you to do this, even if you don't yet. But keep asking lots of questions and keep thinking critically, because that'll help to help you to make a real impact on the world. We need you. So Mazel Tov, I love your family, I love your mom and dad and Anna, so special, and I'm so honored to be a part of your family on this journey. So Mazel Tov to all of you. You rock, Elijah.
I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm gonna miss our little sessions together on the phone.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I will tell you, we can still make arrangements for occasional meetings because I will miss them too. So you got a date. We'll set up some time. That meant everything. That was the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Success. We're going to continue with some of the blessings that you guys have worked on. We will, if you can, we're going to turn to page 106 in the online Siddur. And if you can, we invite you to rise with us. Elijah, you can just face the ark. You don't need to bring the microphone. You can leave it right there, and we're going to do the Amidah together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Sarah Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Rivka Elohei Yaakov Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Ha'gibor Ve'hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Ve'onei Hakol V'zocher Mastelot Ve'imot U'mevi Geula Livneihem Le'ma'an Shemo Ve'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Marim Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat
Page
Sarah
108 on the Siddur.
Atah Gibor Le'elam Adonai Rav Le'Oshia Mori Chatal Mechakel Chayim Bechesed Mechaye Kol Chai Berachamim Somech Nofim Berofei Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishemei Afar Michamocha Ba'Gevurot Umidom Elach Melech Me'id Umechayeh Umasliach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah Hayot Kol Chai Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh Kol Chai.
Seated as we turn to 109. Nanny, you talked about from generation to generation. And the words that we sing here are about from generation to generation. The words Gador, Vador, Navid, Godlecha. From generation to generation, we celebrate. We put on the policies of the generations that have come before us, and one day we will hand those policies to the generations that come after, because we're all part of this mishpacha that you beautifully spoke.
We are gifts, we are blessings, we are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. The door Nagid Lecha. The door, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Door, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our heart, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that come. We are blessed we are children of your reign. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. We protect this chain from generation to generation. These lips will praise your name.
Turn to page 115. We pray for peace. The word shalom in Hebrew means wholeness. And certainly this world, our country, our community needs shalom, needs peace.
Shalom Yisrael Tasbih. Shalom Yisrael Tasbih Le'olam. It's okay now,
Mom and Dad, you have some words that you guys would like to share with this amazing man.
Oh, joy.
So many words. Should we come here or here?
You
There.
can, if you want to stand
Over
with
there.
him,
No, we're coming right here.
you guys quarantine together, you can hang out together over here.
Oh, okay.
You come here. Well, Elijah, we know this wasn't your first preference, but we were so impressed and proud at how you've embraced this journey into becoming a man in the eyes of our Jewish religion.
You've always been a sweet boy, though with a sharp sense of humor, cuddly and warm, though a bit reserved, chilled and laid back, but able to rise to any occasion when crunch time hits. These are the things that we love about you. Yes, that's right. And the excitement has grown as you have prepared for this day.
Getting Bar Mitzvah is nerve-wracking enough. You have to learn the prayers, the Torah, write your speech, and doubly for you with this 5-month postponement and not being able to have all your friends and family in attendance and no party afterwards.
As I said the other day when we were here in temple together, you have handled all of this with amazing grace. And we can tell that you are building a sound foundation for the man that you will become. Starts today.
So now that you're considered a man in Judaism, what does that mean? Does that mean an increase in your allowance? That you get to stay up all night into the wee hours of the morning? That you get unlimited time to play video games and watch South Park on TV?
Sorry, but no.
Hey, I had to wait until I was in my 50s and retired before I could binge watch South Park. But you becoming a bar mitzvah is another milestone in your development into the caring, responsible, big-hearted person with a strong moral compass that helps define you as an adult.
We are both bursting with pride at how you performed today, truly. But more importantly, we're incredibly proud of the young man you have become and your journey to this point.
We love you.
So much.
With the three of you here, Jonah, is there a way to pull Anna back up on the Zoom screen? She doesn't need to speak, so we don't have to worry about that. But maybe we can just pull Anna up and we can bless this beautiful family. Doesn't feel right without her kind of being visible here. So Anna, hold on tight. We're going to fly you through cyberspace. There she is.
Hey, babe.
So we'll just bring her on up as we say a special blessing, the priestly blessing for the four of them, for all of us, really, right now.
Okay, I have to say it one last time. Baby, always let your freak flag fly.
Yeah. Normally I'd make fun of you guys for your terrible word choice and your old language, but really wonderful. Thank you.
We're going to turn back to this door now, page 24, all the way back to the beginning. Jonah scrolls back there. We're going to ride together for the beginning of our short evening service. And the bar crew, Elijah, you can always just turn where you are and face the ark for the bar.
Baruch hu et Adonai Havorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Havorach Leolam Vaed.
All be seated as we turn together to page 27. And Elijah leads us in the Shema, the oldest and the most central of our
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam Vaed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elokecha, Behoracha uv'honashecha uv'homeodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom ha'levavecha v'shinimta l'afnecha v'dibarta bam v'shetecha v'netecha Uataha Badera Ushabiha Uvkumeha Ukshartam Leot Ayadecha Vechayu Totavot Bain Enecha Uktavtam Amezuzot Betecha Uvisharecha.
We turn together to the ancient words from the Torah, another song here, Micha Mocha on page 28, a song of celebration, and we have much to celebrate One invite of Aunts Robin and Lori and Lisa, who are going to speak and use this microphone here, however you are.
And on this day, we so proudly stand, watching and admiring this brave young man.
As we wonder and amaze at all the great you will achieve, and watch as not only your stature, but your knowledge proceeds.
Walk on and out into this world we know, realize all that there is to behold.
As you are needed in your might and will to stand strong and powerful to help create a better world.
Lead on, our brave warrior nephew, and show them all how great you can be.
Lead on, our rebellious crusader, to show us all that you will achieve.
Keep strong in your unique qualities, and never once will you doubt
how much we all believe in you and all that will abound. Yay, good job.
Thank you.
We are going to continue with our prayer for action. We call it Aleinu. It reminds us we got to make a difference in this world. We will turn together in the Siddur to page 96. And as we do, we will rise together.
Aleinu Shabbat Ladon Hakol, Latei Kula Liotzer Breshit, Shenatan Lanu Torah Temet, V'chayei Olam Nata B'Tofenu, V'anachnu Korim, U'mishtachavim U'modim, Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar, V'haya Adonai, Lemelech Avod Haaretz, Vayom Havu, Vayom Havu, Yeh Adonai Echad, U'Shemo, U'Shemo, U'Shemo Echad.
We can all be seated as we slowly come to the end of our service and we turn together to page 99. We take time to remember those who are no longer physically here with us, but whose spiritual essence remains an integral part of who and what we are. We have the Mourner's Cottage here on page 99. And if you are remembering somebody, we invite you to rise with us for this. You can say names of folks you're thinking about, even if you're watching online, if you want to type those names into the chat rooms that you're in and send their essence out into the world. We will think of them as we say this ancient blessing. Yitgadal v'yitgadash meraba, be'alma divrah hirute, me'amlik malchute, b'chayechom, b'yomechom, b'chayei d'kol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'lamei almayim. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shemei nefudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'alma v'maru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'maru amen. Osei shalom bimramam, Ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tzedek. May the memory of all those special people who we can feel around us right now, if you really pay attention, may their memories be a blessing as we move forward, getting ready for a new year. We can't be seated. I want to thank Beth and Jody for being here with us today, and Dennis and our guard outside, and of course this wonderful family and this awesome Bar Mitzvah who's put up with the craziness and gotten on this roller coaster with us and rose to the occasion. This is an awesome roller coaster when you get off and you're like, that was cool, right? Good job. You will have Miss Beth has a bag for you with lots of goodies in it.
It's already right there.
It's already there. Perfect. I think I need to just check something out now. Oh wait, you did. Did we make it official? Ah, see? This was missing from your bag. Let me see. Should I sign it?
Yes.
It's official. You become Bar Mitzvah. Right, we'll put that in the bag in a minute, but we're so proud of you. So this ceremony comes to an end with a really awesome ceremony. This was what I wrote a little bit about in the sheet that I handed you, but I talked about it a bit too. This is when we hope for Elijah the prophet to come into our midst. To the rest of the world. They don't have him. He's right here with us. Right? So we say a special blessing over wine, the symbol of life and joy and happiness. We have some spices that we smell, again, the symbol of the joy of this day, this ceremony, and just being able to be together, as strange and odd as it is, and the blessing over light, which is symbolic of Eliyahu, of Elijah. And so we are going to ask, if you can, to rise with us. We will actually dim the lights a little bit here as we say and make Havdalah together. So here we have this flame, and as I said, it is a symbol, really. It's a symbol of this incredible bar mitzvah. It's a symbol of hope. It's a symbol of all goodness. And people don't like that. At the end of Havdalah, we actually put it out in the symbol of life, which is the wine. But the reason we put it out is, again, it's just a symbol. It is burning brightly. In fact, it's burning brightly right in this room right now. Some of us can't get too close to it, but it's right in your eyes. It's in your eyes, Eliyahu. It's in your eyes because you are the hope. You have that spark in your eye. And keep it burning by waving that freak flag, right? Do it. Make the world better. Share your light. And so by putting this out, we have nothing to be sad about. We just get to watch it continue to kindle inside of you. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatushri, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Adiladi, Yimera Ve'avenu, Yavo Eneinu, Imoshiach Ben David, Imoshiach Ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatushri, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Aviladi. I want to wish everybody a mazel tov. I wish I could hug every single one of you in the room. It's what we normally do here, but I have to take a rain check. I want to thank everybody. I want you to continue to be safe and wear your masks and do all these wonderful good things. I hope that you can go off and do a little something special, but we are going to be dismissing, unless you need to use the restrooms, you can, and I hate to be, normally I'm a lingerer, but you can go right out through the Oneg room doors and safely get into your cars and know that you have filled Cantor's heart and my heart today. Mazel, mazel, mazel tov. Jonah, and thank you to everybody on Zoom. Jonah's going to shut the Zoom room down now for everybody, but thank you for joining us and celebrating on Zoom and on Facebook as well. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Everyone be safe.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Oh, please.
You got, I mean.